Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshయం Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. His Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has made science of power manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam and Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time-capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamala Pita Sarvanya Pita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Surya Vamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva.
choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashiva, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Prathaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Now, Bhagavan is giving powerful cognition in the Bhagavad Gita, decoded. Every breath is a blessing. The breath that is we inhale and exhale is a boon given to us. The very life is a blessing. Continuously we miss things that we are not part of our possession, but we never experience the thing that we are showered on us by the divine. Each of us have a big list of things that God has not given us, and we also have a big list of things that God has given us. If you take a paper and pen and start writing these lists, both lists will be endless. Every moment of our life is a gift, flow of divine. We are alive. We are still conscious. That by itself is a gift from the divine. Now it's up to us whether to look at the list of things not given to us and constantly feel miserable or live in hell, or look at the list things showered on us and be in heaven. The second way makes us feel deeply grateful. It makes us say, "Oh God, you have showered so much on me and give me the blessing of life." We feel gratitude and create our abode, the beautiful space which is purely our choice. These men of small intelligence worship demigods. Their results are temporary. We continue to live that way. When we feel life is a blessing, we approach the divine with deep love and gratitude. Not only do we experience divine consciousness, Krishna says, they achieve me, they attain me. Maha. Such a beautiful space that Krishna is saying, when we are in deep gratitude, we are Him, we attain Him, we experience Him. Such a profound, beautiful sharing from Bhagavad Gita decoded. With this powerful cognition, let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
Taken from this Pandakarika, section 3, of Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.4 and 3.5. Yatha hi arto sputo drishta savadhane pichetasi bhuyah sputataro bhati swabaloddhoga bhavitaha तथा यत्परमार्थेन येन यत्र यथा स्थितं तत्तथा बलमाक्रम्य न चिरात् सम्प्रवर्तते.
Spandakarika, Section 3, Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.4, 3.5. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, indeed, just as an object which, in spite of all the attentiveness of the mind, is perceived and seen indistinctly at first, then appears and manifests more distinctly and clearly when observed with the strength of the visual power. Bhagavan clearly says how every moment of life is a gift. Only when we see life as a gift and gratitude, we are in one with Krishna. We are in one with Paramashiva, and we have a deep love and gratitude towards life. We constantly take it for granted, forgetting what is that we are experiencing. Even a minute of no breath, minutes of no breath, we can't sustain. But we take it so casually because it's all available. So beautifully, Bhagavan makes us understand when you don't take things for granted, you're in deep gratitude, and only in gratitude you will be in deep love with me and you will be me. Such a deep oneness with Paramashiva. Gopikas were very jealous of the flute. So they asked the flute, why, how come you're always there in the hand and all or the hip of Krishna? The flute said very beautifully that when Krishna came to the garden and asked all the plants who were ready to give up their life and live, first thing the flute said, I will. And because he was empty inside, he was able to quickly make a decision. And the flute, the bamboo, because it's empty, it became a flute. Bhagavan always says, if the bamboo is empty, it becomes a flute. Bamboo, which is like loaded inside, becomes only a stitched wood for the dead bodies. It's very important we staying in the Paramashanta Surupa, the nothingness, understanding everything is a gift. It has been gifted. You do not have it. It is already gone. It is only gifted to you, and only in the gift you're running your life. And in that gift, you're making the demands and statements. It's like somebody gives their house for you to stay in their house, and you come and sit and demand them what to do and what not to do. It's very important we understand that we are given a small place, a veranda outside, at least to stay and live, because we don't have anything from our side. Only then when men gets into severe problem, really the life shake them, then they realize, oh my God, I have to be in gratitude. I have to pay some respect to God, and I have to do something for him to again gain the strength for blessing me. I have to gain the strength for him to bless me. Again and again, Bhagavan says, even in the prayer, you are me. And even in the puja, you are me. Continuously, he reminds us that the space of us is Paramashiva. Whether it's Ramakrishna Paramahamsa or Ramana Maharshi or Bhagavan, they said they have lost who they are. They only remember the ultimate Paramashiva as their reality. They do not have anything else inside for them to really experience. Other than Paramashiva, there is nothing inside. Such a great way they can exist. Bhagavan beautifully says, it's us who decide the mind how it should function. If we decide without boredom and tiredness, we'll have a breakthrough and simply manifest the highest reality. Only the boredom and tiredness is the one which is creating constant conflict and confusion. If we continuously cherish the space, state, and powers and the being of Paramashiva, that I am Paramashiva, simply it will start becoming more and more reality. Other than that, there is nothing to do, nothing to say, nothing to understand. Everything is an expression of him as his Leela, because you are nothing but Paramashiva. Who you are is already gone and lost. And if you're already gone, there is no your mind, your identity, everything else also is lost with all that. So with such powerful cognition, let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana for manifesting the pregnancy through fruits or coconut or betel leaf. Here in the Valmiki Ramayana, the Putra Kamashti Yajna, which is performed and to obtain a male child at a young age. So Dhritarashtra, the whole yajna was done as a first time in Ramayana. Sage Kashyapa lineage and having a distinguished supremacy on mantras is hailed as the inventor of the Putra Kamashti Yajna, the Vedic sacrifice for obtaining a male child at a young age. He performed the first yajna for Emperor Dasharatha of Ayodhya. Now we'll go from Apta Pramana to Atma Pramana, Bhagavan's Leela.
Krishna is too much. What he says, if you are established in the enlightenment space, in the intelligence, even now, all the rules and laws of the nature is changed. If you are established in the supreme consciousness, all the laws of the nature is surpassed. And I tell you, wherever you surpass the laws of the nature, that is what others claim as miracle. But for you, it is happening. The happening, which is the happening for unconscious fellow, is crime for society. Which is the happening for the conscious fellow is being part of the nature, flow of the society. Which is the happening for the superconscious person is miracle for society. Understand? Which is the happening for an unconscious fellow is a crime for society. An unconscious fellow does not plan and do the murder. Just yesterday, see, whenever I come to Tiruvannamalai, I have one habit. These local villages, 4 or 5 fellows are there who will give me a report. What is going on? That village talk. I asked him, why did they kill that guy? He said, Swamiji,
do you believe that
done some other murder earlier? This person who got killed now is the eyewitness. He does not even understand the ripple effect of the whole thing. So, just the happening for unconscious person is crime for society. If you ask that guy who planned and did the murder, why did you do it? He will only scratch his head. Oh, I thought if this fellow is alive, he will come to the court and give eyewitness. That may lead to conviction. Okay, that is true. But now what have you done? You have done one more murder. So naturally it is going to be now conviction for double murder, two murder. An unconscious person does not think through. So whatever is the flow of life for him is crime for society. For a conscious person, whatever is flow of his life, like he wakes up, morning he goes to the job, works in his office, goes for lunch, comes back again, works in his office, comes back to sleep. Whatever is his course of life, the happening, it is part of society, the flow of society. If you ask him, why are you doing this? He says, that is the way life is. It is like a common understanding. If you are a girl, the moment you are 25, get married. If you are a boy, the moment you are 27, get married. Of course, what I am saying, age is a city limit, city age limit. In the villages, it is much less. These are all common accepted understanding. The commonly accepted understanding. It's a flow of society. If this is next, then this is next. If this is next, then this is next. The conscious person's the happening is flow of society. But the superconscious person's the happening is the miracle for society. When thousands of miracles are happening around me, I tell you, I promise you, I don't do anything. It is the happening for me. People come and tell me, Swamiji, I came to Kalpataru, I did not have kids for 20 years, I asked your blessings. In 1 year I am having the child. I am so happy. When I see the surprise in their face, I understand. So you fellow, you came without any trust or faith. That is why you are surprised. Because when people come and tell me, I don't get surprised. When you come to Kalpataru, when I am in that samadhi, whatever I say naturally comes true. It is the happening for me. What is there in that to be surprised? But when these guys are surprised, they think I'll be very happy. See, I don't take myself for granted. I enjoy the devotion component of you reporting. When you come back and report to me, I did not have a child for 20 years and you blessed me in the Kalpataru, now I have a child. Your gratitude component I enjoy. There is a gratitude part in that. That I enjoy. But the surprise part I don't enjoy. Understand? I never enjoy the surprise part. It means what? See, if there is a gratitude component, you have a devotion. Yes, I did not have, I asked you, you gave me, I am grateful to you. But if there is a surprise component, I'll just turn my face and walk to the next person. Because I don't feel surprised. But when you come back and report, when I see gratitude, I'm very happy. I don't take myself for granted. Very clear. Krishna is very clear. He uses the word ihaiva taihi chita sargaha esham samye stitam manaha nirdosham hi samam brahma tasumat brahmani te stitaha. Here in this world itself, the nature is surpassed by them whose intelligence remains established in Supreme Being. See about Jnana Sambandhar. 292nd Guru Mahasannidhanam asked me a question in Akashic reading. He put a question to me in the Akashic reading for Kalabhairava. What all miracles Jnana Sambandha Swami did? The Akashic reading I read out 78 times he broke the nature, law of nature, science and law of nature. I tell you that 78 incidents are miracle for us, but for Jnana Sambandha Swami, Tirjnana Sambandhar, it is the happening.
Such amazing Apta Pramana and Atma Pramana, the happening that is happening for so many, just manifesting. How in Kalpatru, Bhagavan blesses and they get their children. And here, Yoga Samudrama, Suveda Ma has got an apple, and this child is an apple baby. And she says very beautifully, I was married 5 years with no children, and Swamiji blessed her in 2009, Kalpatru Darshan, and after that she had a beautiful child, and the child and her and husband all are grateful for what has happened and what is blessed for her, the child, manifesting the pregnancy for others through the fruit coconut betel leaf. Let's go to the instruction for manifesting the powers and Prathaksha Pramana.
We will now begin the Prathaksha Pramana, the scientific studies measuring the effects of being in enlightenment state. Teleportation involves dismantling an object using an energy which is deeper than the mind, transporting it through the air and assembling it again. The most significant phenomena that happens during teleportation is not the size or material of the object or the distance to which it is teleported. It is this: the whole space vibrates in the same frequency in which the teleportation happens. If A is the teleporter, B is the teleported object, and C is the space where it happens, B and C need to vibrate in the same frequency as A. For example, when teleportation happens in your hand or in your presence, your very mind and body raise their frequency to receive it. The object being teleported itself does not matter much. It may be just a little vibhuti, sacred ash, or kumkum, vermilion, or it may be a diamond, or it may be sacred Rudraksha bead, or it may be a pebble. But in the vibration of the teleportation is something extraordinary. That is the benefit for humanity. Reference from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 10, Science of Miracles, page 214. On 6th of September 2011, 3 different studies were conducted. During a 4-hour session in which His Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam materialized a variety of objects through this individual, including sacred ash and precious stones. The studies were: whole body baseline CT scan of the subject. Baseline whole body CT scans proved the absence of any hidden objects in the whole body and vicinity of the subject. After the energy transfer from His Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam to the subject, a repeat scan clearly shows the sudden appearance of the radio-opaque foreign body in the oral cavity without any delay or repositioning. The recording of the spiral CT after materialization revealed the presence of materialized objects, both in section and 3D format. The Science of Miracles, Avatar Shastra. On 6th of September, year 2011, location Paddhati. In one afternoon session, less than 4 hours, His Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam manifested a series of more than 108 exquisite handheld artifacts through his Divya Sariri energy channel, Manitya Mahayogananda. They included a wide range of sacred objects with varying molecular structures, from onyx and crystal to rose quartz, ruby and jade, indicating a consummate command of the science of teleportation. Some items are raw stones, while others have been polished, and the most beautiful and wondrous of all are perfectly carved miniature murtis or religious statuary. All this sprang effortlessly from the divine visualization space of His Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva. Power of materialization. Power of manifesting pregnancy for others through fruits, coconut, and betel leaves. For this setting up, you will need number 1, camera with timestamp, number 2, Yananjana, number 3, fruit basket, and number 4, betel leaves. Take a few moments to set up your camera. Step number 1, download the timestamp app. Step number 2, click on video. Step number 3, ensure the time is shown on screen. And step number 4, make sure the camera is facing you. Please take a few minutes to set it up. Guidelines. Before we start the power manifestation process, let's get ourselves ready with the setup. Camera to record the before and after testimonial. First recording will be an invitation to the couple wanting to conceive, introducing their conception obstacles, if any, and or desired requests for blessings to conceive. The couple need to produce the following fruit items: coconut, apple, orange, pineapple, papaya, mango, and betel leaves for the manifestation session. Number 1, find a comfortable place to sit next to each other with the fruit bowl in front. Number 2, if you have Yananjana, apply between your brows. If you do not, bring your awareness to your brow center. Number 3, with sincere request to Paramashiva, requesting blessings to remove all obstacles to conceiving. Number 4, bring your awareness to the brow center. Be in the mood of receptivity and deep gratitude. Meditate to connect to the life energy that is inherent in the seed and its fruit. Number 5, sit unclenched for 21 minutes during the Mahavakya chanting. And number 6, after the Mahavakya subsides, each take 1 or more of energized and blessed fruits and betel leaves from the basket and consume. The second testimonial. Once the conception is verified, make a video and share if you have any before obstacles, cleared obstacles after the pregnant manifestation. Include all the details.
Instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and or egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken.
Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminders. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shared form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace. is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being, in the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya, The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagwan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness, through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving. For all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password. And it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion, to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour,
Let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process. Please verify the following. Number 1, that the time and date stamp appear in your video. Number 2, that your video has a wide-angle horizontal view. Number 3, that you have not edited your video in any way and that the camera has not moved. Number 4, verify that your video recording is continuous without stopping and restarting during the manifestation process. Number 5, follow up with Part 2 video recording sharing. And what has transpired since the manifestation session. Include details with dates. And number 6, now that the verification process is complete, the next instructions will guide you how to upload and share your video. Thank you so much for your participation.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotiyar Manifesting Power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the Power Manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of Power Manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham